Hey, are you worried about osteoporosis? Hi, my name is Dr. DeKoyer from Family Chiropractic Center and Grant Street Chiropractic. And tomorrow with my compadre, Dr. Mike Akinfora, we're going to speak at a senior housing development in downtown Jersey City regarding chiropractic and osteoporosis. So I figured, since I was going to speak tomorrow on the topic, I'd make a short video for one, to just pass on the information, or some of the information that I've garnered, and two, to practice for what I'm going to say tomorrow. So double whammy all in one. But in all seriousness, it's something that we need to think about, talk about, particularly for our growing older parents or grandparents, and for us too, because we know that the sooner we start taking care of our health, the more dividends it's going to pay in the future. So when we're talking about osteoporosis, let's talk about the big giant elephant in the room first. All we keep hearing about to this day is calcium, calcium, calcium. And yes, calcium in our diet is crucial for a load of things. But for bone health, it may be way down the chart. Let's look at some facts. Most people in this country are vitamin D3 deficient for a variety of reasons. Well, what do we need to get calcium into our bones to make them stronger? Vitamin D3. So our general recommendations, but you really need to get blood tests to get it more accurate, is 2,000 to 3,000 IUs of vitamin D3 a day, minimal. But let's not forget all those other crucial elements for bone health. And yes, calcium is included, but you want to take 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium in most cases. You want to eat a lot of deep green vegetables to get your vitamin K. Vitamin K, again, is something that brings and helps bring calcium into bone to strengthen them. And then there's all those other small little nutrients and minerals like boron that help strengthen our bones. So it's not only calcium when we're talking about nutritional supplementation. In terms of what we eat, and I've already mentioned it before, you want to eat a lot of deep green vegetables like kale and collards, because the calcium in there is very absorbable and there's a lot of vitamin D in it. You want to spend at least 20 to 30 minutes a day out in the sun, as much body exposure as possible to create vitamin D3. You also want to eat bone broth. For those of you who drink bone broth, and for those of you who have never heard of bone broth, I can tell you our grandmothers and grandparents have for sure. When you cook a full chicken, save all the bones. When you cook any kind of meat and it has bones, save all the bones. Continue to have a bag of bones that you save in your freezer. And when you get enough, put those bones in a crock pot with a little bit of apple cider vinegar, a little bit of salt, and boil those suckers for 18 to 24 hours. Strain them and use this broth. Drink it, make soup out of it, use it in stock. Those drinks, those bone broths, have loads of bone building minerals and nutrients in it, very similar to things like glucosamine and chondroitin. So deep leafy greens, bone broth, healthy meats, grass-fed organic, nuts, seeds, and the other vegetables. The things you want to stay away from, which is very, very important, are sugars, refined carbohydrates, high fructose corn syrup. You want to stay away from those three things. In terms of pharmaceuticals to stay away from, you need to be very, very careful on how much and how often you take acid blockers like Nexium. These are proven to decrease bone strength and health. When we talk about exercise, we know that's critically important. When you work the muscle and put stress on the bones, your body lays down more bone to keep it strong. I'm not even going to be picky here. Any exercise is worthwhile. Walking, tai chi, swimming. but some sort of strength exercise, even if it's with 1, 2, or 5 pound weights, is really going to do the trick to help keep your bone mass strong. In terms of chiropractic, because we're chiropractors, what is chiropractic do? Well, chiropractic helps your body function at its highest level through maximizing the way your nervous system works. It increases your mobility so you can exercise more and be active more, and it also helps with balance. How could a senior possibly exercise, walk, and be active if they don't have good balance? And we know chiropractic helps with balance. Chiropractic also decreases, study after study shows, the use of pharmaceuticals, and that's just critical. Because drugs and pharmaceuticals used in excess or combination at times have effect on bone health for sure. Now there are some standards of care. I still suggest to get bone density tests to see where you stand. It's crucial to get bone density scans. And your last resort has to be pharmaceuticals. Why? Well, pharmaceuticals like Boniva and those things have side effects, documented 100%. They also have shown to only strengthen one part of the bone cell. So when you're developing and growing bones and bone cells, you have osteoblasts, which build bone, and osteoclasts, which destroy bone. And then you have collagen that kind of gives your bone a bit of bounce and give to it. These drugs like Boniva, they don't work on all of those components to give you the strongest bone. They only make the bone harder, which at times can make it more frail and more easy to fracture. So you have to be real careful. I suggest 100% working with your chiropractor. Get your adjustments, get your balance and mobility back. Become as much pain-free as you can so you can continue to do the things you love to do. Work with him if he does this, and if not, find someone else outside the chiropractor realm that does with your nutrition and your supplementation. And then work with your medical doctor to get those bone scans to see where you are and how you can improve upon that first without drugs. Remember, chiropractic is chiropractic first, drugs second, surgery last. As my older son Hayden says, be awesome and never unawesome. Remember, this is a short synopsis. There's a lot more to it, but these tips and strategies and things you want to add in and take away can go a long way in fortifying your bone health for your lifetime or your years to come. Thanks. Have a great day, great morning, and talk to you soon. Bye.